I was in a signing line in Los Angeles. Some woman leans over on the table where I'm signing her book, and she said, "Hey, real quick, is marriage today still worth it?" And I looked at her and said, "What is the thing inside of you that says, I'm going to commit myself to somebody for the rest of our lives till death do us part?"
It makes me emotional to say it.
What's going on? What's going on? This is John with the Dr. John Delony Show. I'm so glad that you pulled up a seat to hang out with us today. A few weeks ago, I got a text message from a great friend of mine. He had just walked off the stage after doing the Tonight Show. He's a comedian, walked off stage. And if you are a comedian and you get to do the Tonight Show, it's kind of the pinnacle, right? It's the place where you can exhale and say, I've made it. And he sent me a text that was so powerful and so profound. I was like, hey, I want to have this conversation where others can listen in on it. I've had him on this show before. I'm talking about my good friend, John Crist. And he just got engaged. He went through a whole lot. And we've talked about in a previous show his recovery journey, what it's like going to rehab, what it's like reconnecting with your family and your friends. And this time we dive a little bit deeper. But I want to talk about two things that are really important to me right now. What does it look like? What is an actual journey of redemption? I get so many calls on my show about this happened. I did this thing. I got caught doing this thing, and I don't have a path back. And so I brought John on to talk honestly, and I think comedians are the last truth tellers we got. Can you come back and talk about this journey of redemption and what it was like? Well, I'm not going to blow it because the conversation's awesome. And he's a guy who's quote unquote made it. He sells out theaters all over the country. And he just asked somebody to marry him. And his fiance, she's awesome. She's amazing. But I just wanted to talk through why. Why are we getting married? Why do we still have that longing to connect with somebody and go ride or die until death do us part? So I'm so glad you're here. Pour extra queso over the nachos and listen to my conversation with my great friend, John Crist. There was a huge global announcement recently on this massive engagement.
Oh, yeah.
Just happened to be the day after yours. That sucks.
Yeah. We announced our engagement then Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I can handle that. I think I can handle that.
You've been able to sleep since?
Well, yes, number one. It's funny. Yeah, I think it's fun. I didn't take any ego hit from that.
So I want to dig into this question because it haunts me. 2 years ago, I was in a signing line in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And you know this, like you can get into a signing line or handshaking line and there's I don't know how to say it other than there's a gloss that comes over you. You're shaking hands, thank you, appreciate it. And then the next person. And then you got a handler running everybody through and you sign the thing and the next.
Right.
And you're trying to like have a personal moment, but it's 3 seconds or 5 seconds and it goes on. Some woman leans over on the table where I'm signing her book and she said, "Hey, real quick." And for me, that can be like, "Hey, I've been cheating on my husband or I'm thinking of."
Man, they don't say that of mine.
Well, they might be like, "Hey, I don't think a Christian should have said that." Anyway.
Oh, maybe. Who knows?
She said, "Hey, real quick." And she said, "Is a marriage still worth it?" And I immediately have a default, me and my wife, and she stopped me and she goes, No, I know it worked out for y'all. Is marriage today still worth it? And it broke that, it just shattered that little facade. And I looked at her and said, I think so. But I didn't have data. I didn't have I couldn't just rattle off the tax advantages and the
I'm sure your wife wouldn't appreciate that if you went to tax advantages first.
I was trying to think of I can't just give you a list of why this is a great idea.
Yeah.
Other than it's worked out awesome for me.
Sure.
And I think it holds civilization together. But other than those two things, right? And so I get haunted by questions. Yep. And so the last 2 years, it's just been an obsession. And the last remaining, I've got all the answers to those questions now. The last remaining thing that I can't firmly grasp is why is Jeff Bezos getting remarried? I can't wrap my head around it. Why?
Yeah.
And then if I distill down, because just a rung or two below him is you.
Yeah.
Is
one or two.
One or two.
I mean, bank accounts are similar, but he's a little bit more popular.
Ish. Like, you've got this success.
He's getting remarried.
You've got this house.
Yeah.
You've got a nice car.
Not me.
You've got
him.
You. I'm talking about you now.
Oh, yeah.
You have a very successful career.
Okay.
What is the thing inside of you that says, I'm going to pause and I'm going to commit myself to somebody for the rest of our lives till death do us part? What is that inner engine?
Yeah, I think, I mean, you see, I think all of my buddies that have gone ahead of me, I'm 41, all my buddies have kids that are about to be in high school.
Right?
Yeah, about to be in high school.
Yeah.
And you go, man, they all have said to me, they go, dude, all of this employee of the year, jobs, raises. He goes, I want to be hanging out with my wife. I want to be at my kids' games.
Yeah.
This is all, and I think in terms of success, you go, well, this can't be it.
Like, for what? Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, Lydia, I mean, dude, I told somebody, I was like, I don't know, I want to go hang out with Lydia. What's she doing?
Right.
I want to go hang with her. And then if I, outside of that, I think for myself personally, I go, dude, imagine if I got some big news positive in my career yesterday. All I wanted to do was go tell her.
Tell her, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Huh. Then you go, well, and we've also gotten horrific news.
Yeah.
About family, about health, and you just go, well, same. Yeah. Still want to tell her. Still when I get sad, I still want to go. And that, I mean, what is Jeff and hopefully I've done the same for her, by the way. I think I have. Yeah. But like, what is Jeff Bezos' financial? You know what is it? What's his future without it?
Oh, that's actually the opposite question.
What's his future without it?
Why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, so you go, hey, Amazon doubled. Amazon tripled. Amazon 10x'd. We went to the moon. All right.
And you're on a bigger boat by yourself.
Yeah. Huh. So I think everybody goes, well, look, let's, I mean, Dave talks about this all the time. Let's play this out. Let's play this.
You're 84 years old. You're hooked up to a bunch of machines.
And you got a lot of credits that you've been on the Tonight Show a couple times.
Yeah.
Or that I don't think that's in. I don't even think that's a Christian principle. That's just a human
principle. Yeah.
Yeah. That if you're sitting and you go, well, I don't want to do this by myself.
Yeah.
I've been sober for coming up on 6 years, but I like you found. You go, oh, that was a part of my past, and that would. But I don't like. I found a better way.
Yeah.
Or I like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, I like when whatever the Bible verse is, when I was a child, I behaved like a child, and then I became a man.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever felt, I've done some challenging things in my career, but I've never felt more, I thought, and maybe this is from culture or society, I thought I was going to feel like, this makes me emotional to say, I thought I was going to feel like a beta getting on one knee.
Oh no, it's the most powerful position in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what that means. I thought that's how I would feel.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like
some kind of simp, some kind of wimp.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
And I don't know where I got that idea. I don't know.
It's
I don't know where.
It's this idea that like leadership, head of household, and that stuff's been so bastardized and ruined. But like it means being at the top, and everybody's underneath you.
Bow to. It's not bow, but what asking on one knee.
Yeah. But when you realize it's like, oh no, leadership is getting underneath the whole thing and saying, like, you can build this on me.
Yeah.
Like you can build your life.
I never felt like more of a man.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if if people are going to listen to this and even I'm sure they will. I'm sure a man that has been in a similar scenario would.
Yeah. What are things you're doing? You've like your gang, the guys that you've run with for the last 15, 20 years have gone ahead of you.
Yeah.
What are the things you're going to do right now to be the best husband you can be out of the gate?
Ooh, interesting. Well, I think I have. It's really. I think a lot of people around me have encouraged me that they're like, hey, this is maybe they haven't like verbally encouraged, but you're just like, hey, you go to what are you doing this weekend? I'm going to my kids' games, dude. That's what I'm doing. I'm not going to Georgia LSU, dude, or what? No disrespect. It's a big game. It'll probably be a big game this year, but if they're playing each other. But they're like that doesn't. I think there's so many good models around me that have gone before me that are like, hey, this is, and I think we have a lot of the friends that we have that have walked with us through everything. They've been so helpful because they go. Sometimes we go. Me or her be like, hey, this is a big deal. And they, ahead of us, they go, that's not a big deal. Or we go, this is, and they go, hey, that's actually a bigger deal than you think. And you can have both of these. We're obviously best friends, but we have both have these. She'll go to her friends and they go, hey, it sounded like they said I was overreacting to that a little bit.
I don't think so, but they
yeah. Or I'll go to my friends and I would say, hey, I just want to apologize for that. And I feel like, again, we're in very early. So like I had a joke about how now that I've been engaged for a week, I can read a Christian marriage book. Yeah, because as soon as any public figure in Christianity gets married, they're like, this is how you do it. I have no idea.
The number of people, dude, who have reached out and been like, hey, I cheated on my wife 42 times, but we like made it, and so now we are going to write a marriage book, and we're going to start a marriage ministry.
I have no
idea.
Like, hey,
you probably shouldn't write that book.
Yeah.
You survived? Yeah. Great. The thing that has been maybe the most devastating thing for me watching the social media world explode is it has proliferated this idea of advice.
Yeah.
And
we talked about this on our podcast yesterday.
Whereas like, it's advice. What's the 4 steps? What's the attachment theory? What's the like all of this stuff? What's your Enneagram number? Like everything. There's all of these programs.
Yeah.
All this advice.
Yeah.
And the only thing, it's kind of like when you lose everything.
Yeah.
You get this. You sit at reality. It's like, oh, it didn't kill me. I still got my birthday.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I got your birthday.
When I'm sitting with somebody whose kid just passed away.
Yeah.
There's no advice. There's no 4-step plan.
There shouldn't be. And they don't want any.
They don't want any presence.
Hey, dude.
It's just showing up.
Yeah.
And that to me is, you sit with somebody who's been in AA for years and you sit with somebody who's been a sponsor.
Yeah.
Those often make some of the most amazing therapists because they have a BS detector that's remarkable.
They're not saying,
But also they have a lie detector that's amazing. But they also have I'm just here. I'm here with you.
Anybody who you're driving and they're at the intersection and it goes, take my course, flip homes. I'll teach you how to make $1 million a year. Like, why aren't you doing it?
Yeah, go make $1 million.
Yes, why did you write on, by the way, with a Sharpie on a steak that you bought at Home Depot? Why wouldn't you? If I knew how to make $1 million a month, I would not tell anyone. Bro, I would not tell, if I was flipping homes in Nashville and had tips and tricks to do, I would not tell anyone.
There's a great comic who had a joke.
Doing it.
There was a sign on the side of the road that said, call this number and ask me how I lost weight. So he calls it and the guy goes, diet and exercise.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, thanks, man.
Perfect. What you even tell, like, and you wouldn't tell, there's a lot of, like, anybody that has unfortunately in comedy, the people in bad marriages, you hear a lot about it. You hear a lot about those voices are very loud on TikTok. Those voices are very loud. Here's the 5 signs that your husband's a narcissist.
Yeah,
and you're like, dude. And then
these 3 things prove she's cheating on you.
Yeah. And they were like, dude, I saw a TikTok the other day. It was like, go hug your boyfriend. Go there. This is a good guy.
Yeah.
And when you're sad, that guy brings you a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Cling to that. Like, like if somebody has if you're trying to start a business, you're like, hey, dude, find the guy at church. I feel like that guy's not teaching a course because he's running his business.
He's running a business. Yeah.
I'm not. There's like a trope, but anybody that's teaching a comedy class has never. But everybody knows that. Right. You're like, well, if you're teaching a comedy class, then you can like go find the comic that's selling out and go, hey, help me how to do it. Everybody that has a good marriage they're not saying anything. Right. They're like,
because they're busy being married well.
Or they're like, hey, I'm lucky I got a lot of, all you hear is got a great spouse.
Yeah.
Married
awesome.
well. We've worked through some things.
Yep.
Dude, the Tonight Show set could not have gone better.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it was next to near perfect. Okay, so the last joke is I'm talking about my girlfriend goes, one of her friends did a 360 and she turned her life around. I go, I think you meant 180.
Yeah.
That's the joke, right? So, and I've practiced this bit in preparation for Tonight Show, I want to say 50 times, maybe more. And the closer, she goes, it's 180. And I go, you meant 360. And I go, look, babe. And I do a full 360, okay? I do a full 360, and then it gets a chuckle, and then I go, and that's the last time we talked. Boom.
Right.
That 50 times out of 50, chuckle, boom.
Right.
When I did the Tonight Show, I did, babe, look, did the full 360. It got no words, by the way. It got such a huge applause break. I should have been like, John Crist. And I go, and that's the last time we talked, got less of a laugh. Because the 360 was so big.
Yeah.
And it, again, could not have gone better. And there'd be next to no possible way to live on my late night debut to cut out my closer. But I should have. Or that's what I thought when I left.
Yeah.
And it's that.
It's that insatiable.
I go, God, I should. But I got to be, could not have gone. The only reason, it's both. It went so good that if I just would have made no one in the history of late night would ever close like that on a nonverbal.
Right.
Would have been. But I give myself grace, but I also go, there's no way I could have rehearsed that.
Right. But that to me is being well, which is I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to see, all right, in the future, I'll put that in my pocket. But I'm not a failure. I'm not a loser. I didn't blow it. I can accept this moment for
go
what
back
it was.
and watch it. If
That's
anybody listening, you can go watch it and you go. But if I would have just and it would be a huge laugh.
Yeah. That's when I watched it. The first thing I was like, oh, I blew that in.
No, nobody thought. But I bet everybody, every football player watching game film or every contract you sign or the books you write. You wrote a book a year ago.
I'd love to rewrite them all.
Yeah, you go. Yeah. Well, at the time, but I don't.
But my self-worth isn't in that. It's in my wife loves me when I get home. Yeah. My kids are happy when I walk in the front door, and that's years of work, man, which is awesome.
Somebody asked me on my Instagram story the other day if I ever regretted a joke. I go, every day. What do you mean? Yeah, obviously, dude. What do you mean? Like if you I wouldn't tell it now. Yeah. I told it then, and that's you're like, well, look at this joke. I was like, yeah, but Kevin Hart said that one time about he was trying to be canceled for something, and he's like, yeah, I made that joke. I don't make it now.
Right.
Isn't that progress? That's what
that's what we're doing.
Progressive. Yeah. That's what we're doing.
The foremost important words in the world, I think, that tell me someone's wise is I changed my mind. Like
I don't think that anymore.
Yeah.
I used to.
Yeah.
And then I met him.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. I used to think that.
It's the fall, which means I get to wear my poncho shirts even more than I got to in the summer. The mornings are getting cooler, and I get to pull out my favorite poncho shirts, the comfortable performance denims, and the amazingly soft flannels. Poncho's performance denim has that soft, broken-in feel, like you've worn it 1,000 times, but it still looks awesome. I wear them to dress-up events, and I wear them on stages all across the country. These shirts have a touch of stretch, and they move with you and not against you. And the Poncho flannels, I'm wearing one right now. You can get them in original or Western styles. They will be the softest shirts you own, guaranteed. They're medium weight, yet somehow they're both durable and comfortable, and they keep me warm without overheating. They're perfect for layering. These Poncho shirt builder creator guys, they are magic. Poncho shirts are built for real life. They wick away sweat, they dry fast, and they hold up to whatever your day throws at you. Poncho shirts come in slim or regular fit, so you can look nice wherever you happen to find yourself. This fall, look sharp and stay warm in Poncho denims and flannels. Head over to ponchooutdoors.com/Delony and get $10 off your first order when you sign up with your email. Again, that's ponchooutdoors.com/Delony. I've become convinced that everybody at some level needs some sort of, whether you go to meetings or whether you incorporate those principles, this idea of just taking a knee to something bigger than yourself, this idea of saying, I'm going to be happy with today. And then I'm going to get up tomorrow, I'm going to go again. My marriage is great today. I'm going to get up in the morning before my wife and I'm going to go do another thing, right? Whatever those steps are. We have a culture that I think everyone is struggling with some sort of addiction and some sort of Xanax, which is, it could be work.
Some sort of Xanax. Now, what is Xanax? A painkiller?
It's a antidepressant.
Antidepressant.
It's
Okay.
a benzodiazepine. But like some way to numb out to our body's innate alarms to say like, I don't want to deal with that. I can't deal with that, right?
It's too much.
Whether it's work, whether it is actual alcohol, whether it's pornography, whether it's down the list. Do you have a couple of things you could tell a mom or a dad or a friend about if they've got someone in their life that is struggling with something they are ultimately powerless to control? Or them. Yeah. What does someone who's in the throes of it?
You know what's funny is I have a joke in my show now about ChatGPT. You're like you feel so close with it. You say like, dude, my buddies is struggling with balding. Like, what should I tell him? It's like, dude, because you feel like you're so close to them. You're like, dude, you mean you? Yeah. You're like, what should I tell my? I would say so. When I was in treatment,
or take me to 2017, 2018.
Yeah,
people probably try to talk to you a little bit.
I would say all the time. And I would say to the person that is, if you have a friend that is struggling, that is in the darkness, just be the person that when it all comes undone, that they call you.
That's it. Yeah.
They don't need an article about how alcohol is. They know.
The daily Bible verse.
They know. To them. Dude, they know. They don't need to those that struggling are in unhappiness at their jobs more likely to self-destruct. They know. Everybody, I could be wrong about that. That's from my experience. Everybody knows. They know that, hey, this relationship is not healthy. They know. I could be wrong about that, but
they know. But then there's also that voice we talked about at the beginning, which is like, but I can't lose this. But I can't lose this job. I can't lose this relationship. I can't lose.
Or that. And so when I went to rehab, the worst thing, and a lot of people say I went to treatment and there was we played video games and there was hot tubs there and I go, that's not rehab. And this place was in the middle of the desert. I may have talked to you about this before. There's obviously no cell phones. There's no screens of any sort. There's no drugs. There's no alcohol. There's no sugar. There's no caffeine. There's no fiction books. There's and even if you get a runner's high from working out, they don't let you do that.
Yeah.
So there's
That's a real place, by the way. That's a real one.
It's a real place.
Yeah, it's not one of these Malibu resorts. That's a real.
It's called the Meadows.
That's it.
Because people are going to DM
there's
me all the time.
There's a bridge. There's a Meadows.
It's a real place. Yes. And let me tell you, it is horrific.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No.
It's not a retreat. It's horrific.
Yeah.
It is horrific. And they take everything, any kind of escape.
All the Xanaxes away. Yes. Yeah.
Any kind of escape. Now, if you're on prescriptions, they'll look at it and maybe adjust it for you. But even that, they're like, there's no anything. Mm-hmm. So, and I after 45 days in there, I would go, dude, if I could ever sink my teeth into a Chick-fil-A sandwich. It would be unbelievable. If I could ever take my nephew to the park, it would be and those things all do reset.
Yeah.
All after a time
30,
without
45
them.
days. That's what
Maybe.
the
Yeah.
literature says,
And I needed another 2 months at another place to really solidify. But I am sober.
I was on the honors program.
Yeah. They kept me longer. You need to stay longer. But I would say there is in therapy that I've done since that there is, if you're doing like a planned detachment, that's fine. It's like, hey, I'm gonna go. I've had exhausting day with the kids. I'm gonna go watch an hour of trashy television. Just as long as we're admitting what that is. That you're, or hey, I'm gonna go to the batting cages, or I'm gonna go as long as it's not self-destructive. That is okay.
Yeah. You're hiding. You're not hiding. Yeah,
no. I've had a stressful day. I'm gonna have a glass of wine.
Right.
As long as it's with it. I think a lot of times, especially in Christianity, it's like nothing. Right. And you're like, all right, well, that's everybody's going somewhere.
Then the nothing becomes a drug.
Yeah. I told Lydia, I talked to Dave about this, and he's like, so many people have come in that they say it's popular now because it's football season, sports betting. And people have lost hundreds of thousands. It's on your phone, and I do it. I do it, and I go, Lydia, here is my DraftKings.
Yeah.
I go, in January, I put $1,000 in this account, and it's like at 1,100. Like, it's kind of embarrassing because that money, that time should be spent building a business but it is. She goes, okay, okay,
yeah.
And her the same, by the way. It's like it's not detachment, whatever it's called.
I always said I don't ever want to
disconnection.
I don't ever want to fall off a wagon, but I don't mind parking the wagon and crawling down and rolling around in the mud, and then I'm gonna hose off and get back on the wagon.
If they say, "Hey, you're gonna go down there for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna hose off," and go, "All right,
I'm in."
Yeah, I think there's a lot of in Christianity. It's like wipe everything from your. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Does that person? I used to like drink in secret.
Yeah.
I was on FaceTime with a friend, and I would go off camera, take shots.
And Jesus was called a drunkard. They made fun of him. Like, look who you're hanging out with. Yeah.
Or just like if you're saying, hey, I after like a show on the road, I will like have such a high. You're like, I put like $100 on like the West Coast NBA game and DoorDash some Taco Bell.
Yeah, right.
And that is, I'm not the most proud of it.
Right.
But I'm not doing it in secret.
Right.
And it's not.
You're not doing it to mask anything.
I'm doing it to cope a little.
To come down. Yeah.
Or to just.
To veg.
Yeah, but I'm a human. But also there's nobody that is not aware of. I think the whole crew is there, and it's not. What I'll say it this way. It's not if I was teaching a class, I wouldn't say I was doing that.
Right. right. But here's the thing. I think that's another huge addiction in our culture, which is you can't rest. You can't laugh. You can't put your shoulders down.
You can't detach.
You can't
like, look at the ground. Yeah.
Like, and I don't know any human, anybody who doesn't have some sort of, dude, let's just go.
Or what do you when it all comes undone? When you had a horrific day at work, when the kids are, I've gotten bad news.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
Right.
You're like, well, all right. Well, I say this honestly. I do not want to drink.
Right.
I don't. I want to go be alone, and I want to isolate myself, and I probably want to eat sometimes, and I want to, Right. You're like, all right, well, because you're being honest about that. Yep. You're like, all right, well, then you go, yeah, I probably wasn't like, dude, you need to get, I need to go down to the comedy club. You're like, hey, Lydia would be like, hey, dude, you need to go down there and get some like attention, and you feel like you're the king. I'm the king when I walk in there. Yeah. Then everybody's like, dude, you go up whenever you want. Yep. They have like my order memorized, and if I come late in the show, they have it like waiting for me. And you're like, dude, you're like, that's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's right.
Just say that that's a good feeling.
Right.
And then we can all be like, all right, see you in the morning. That's fine.
Right.
Or like, yeah, whatever.
It's intentionality.
It's same with everybody that's a workaholic, which I can be guilty of doing too. You're a God in there.
Right.
And maybe in your personal life, it's not going well.
Right.
So I just say, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. Whenever I go in there, everybody needs me. Everybody wants me. I feel like I'm the man in there. So I feel like this might not be going well. I probably shouldn't, but I've defaulted to spending a little bit more of my time in there. I imagine any other human would be like,
it's where everybody finds himself.
they go, yeah, and if that's not your addiction, they go, well, I don't do that, but
I got this one.
Yeah,
but it's to me, if it's of importance, if I realize, like my wife told me the other day, she's like, hey, just as your wife, going down the comedy clubs, it's your new drug. I did this with an MMA gym like 20 years ago. She's like, you just kind of moved in, and she's like, it's your new drug. She goes, I don't mind it. It's cool. I just need you to know I see an addict, and I'm like, all right, cool, but it's kind of awesome. Can I?
Yeah,
and she's like, but it's A, calling it out, and B, she's like, she goes to bed at 5:45 p.m.
Yeah,
whatever. So, but the bigger,
and if you're like, hey, I'm not losing my job. The kids have school clothes. Everybody's taken care of. We're gonna make sure they go. Yeah, go for it.
But also, there was a season about 2 or 3 months ago when it was coming at the expense of, right?
Yeah, fair.
And so, and
That's
then
fair.
and it's like, you know what?
Right.
She's more important.
Yeah,
we're gonna come back here, right?
Yeah.
But I do love circling back, and then we'll close up. I love that wisdom. If you're with somebody who's really struggling, I think there's something important about saying, "Hey, I see that you're not okay."
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna continue to tell you I love you, and I'm gonna be here when this in the ash. I'll be there because this ends in ash. And but like the secret pamphlets or the what?
Yeah, I was my buddy, and this is before I got the Tonight Show, but he called me and he goes, "Hey, dude, I got some news. We lost a child. They had a miscarriage."
Yeah.
And we just were like, dang. Yeah. And I told Lydia, like, after I was like, dude, I told him this actually recently. I go, did you have any idea how honored I was to get that call? So, and he told me from his mouth that he called other people and they couldn't
hold it.
They were like, here's the statistics. It happens all the time. And so he, in his darkest, he scrolled through, probably didn't scroll, but he goes, this guy could, and he's been with me through tremendous sadness, tremendous, and we have a relationship together. So you go, I wonder why. I guess that would be my advice. Try to become that friend.
So when it comes down,
why did he call me?
I'm gonna call you. Yeah.
And he knew he was in his darkest day, and I wouldn't be like, oh, doesn't that happen all the time?
Yeah.
Or, and then I, same guy, got the Tonight Show, and I go, like, I texted you, I called some other people, I FaceTimed my parents
in the pecking
order. I called you before it happened because I was proud.
I'm kidding.
And I went to his house.
Yeah.
I went to his house and I knocked on his door and I go, dude, I got the Tonight Show.
Yeah, that's it.
And I go, what are we doing if we're not doing that?
Yeah.
What are we here for if we're not doing that?
And we're gonna hold the bad stuff and we're gonna hold the good stuff.
Yeah, both.
And they don't cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I want to tell you, congratulations. It's awesome.
Thank you, man. Same to you.
That thinking about closing that door in 2019 to you walking out into downtown New York in 2025.
Oh, dude.
I wish everybody could.
I'm just so proud of you. Horrific, but I wish.
Proud is not the right word. I'm not your dad, but
yeah.
man, I'm so proud of you. That's awesome.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. All right, here's the truth. I have great friends, I got a strong faith, and I have an amazing wife and a family. I'm also kind of a nerd, and I got 2 PhDs worth of information about how to be well and whole, right? And yet, there have been critically important times in my life, several of these times over the years, that I've had to go spend time with a great therapist, and that time with a therapist has made all the difference for me in my emotional health, my mental health, and my relationships. The right therapist can change everything. And this month, my friends at BetterHelp are shining the spotlight on the therapists. These are the people who truly make the world a better place. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the largest online therapy provider on the planet. They've served over 5 million people globally, and they have over 1.7 million client reviews and an average rating of 4.9 out of 5. BetterHelp works. It's totally online, and it's easy to fit into your schedule. To get started, you just answer a few simple questions, and they're going to connect you with a licensed therapist who will fit you and your needs. If it's not the right fit, you can switch therapists at any time for no extra cost. This month, we celebrate the therapists who have helped millions take a step forward. And if you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can start you on that journey. Visit BetterHelp.com/Delony to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Delony. I'm going to be very judicious, but I want to read a text you sent me.
All right.
Okay. And right when you sent this, I was like, I need to have you back in a couple weeks and talk through it. So you sent me a picture of you with that Tonight Show.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're one of like the guys I just root for. And it's like so I was like so happy. I was by myself like when I got this and I was just so happy. And then you text this. I just said congratulations and yada yada. And you said, I was legit marked for dead in 2019, laying on a bed in rehab.
Yeah.
And I thought from 2019 to here, 6 years, take me back to laying in bed. And that first night, for people who don't know in rehab, like that first night, like it's like being a college freshman.
Yeah.
Like
I was going to compare it to Shawshank, but it's
I mean,
not like that. It's not like
kind
that.
of like,
mentally, maybe mentally.
But like, did you have a roommate?
Let's see. Not the first night.
Not the first.
No, the first night you're like in an acute and then you as you.
Oh, so you got detoxed?
No. But you go in and they're like. You got to be monitored 24/7, and then like they take like when you first walk in. I don't know if I said this last time, but they take away like your belt, your shoelaces, because people come in there like suicidal.
Oh, so you weren't okay? You didn't?
No, I mean I was not. I don't want to make a bigger deal. I mean I wasn't good. I wasn't good. I wasn't good.
Yeah.
But they take away like for me, I always joke that they took away my hair gel because there's like alcohol in like any possible. Escape your look, so they take it. But then obviously after like a couple hours, they're like, "Oh,
you can go.
You're good here. You can go to the other."
And so I think back to like my first year in a dorm as a freshman.
Yeah,
I don't know this guy, random roommate from Kansas.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to breathe too loud, trying to like be cool.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm thinking like, all right, you're back in that room.
Yep, I remember everything about it.
Tell me.
I mean, I was like, it's kind of like out of body a little bit that you're like, I can't believe I'm here. I mean, there was a guy that came in the day after me that they found out that he was cheating on his wife or something. He was a pastor, and he was at church working. They pulled up with a bag packed for him. They said, if you get in this car right, we know about everything. If you get in this car right now, we'll pay for your treatment. And so he showed up in his khakis, tucked in. Oh, man. Like, imagine the...
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't even know...
Like, what just happened?
Yeah. You're just like out of your... And then I think it slowly sinks in. I don't know, maybe. I mean, if I was marked for dead, it was... I marked myself for dead.
Of course. Yeah.
Everyone else was like, yeah.
But I mean, you have to be thinking like... All right, so this part of my life's over. This part of my life's over.
Yeah.
And so
it's over.
I'm going to be an Arby's manager. Like, walk me through that.
Oh, worse, dude. I mean, and no disrespect to anybody that works at Arby's. Yeah, I think the. I'm
gonna start a lawn business.
Yeah. Let me think. If I thought I was gonna lose all my money, all my everything. I didn't. I was like, maybe I'll go live with my parents or something.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I mean, you just have no. It's all upside down, and you're like, well, this is the path I was on. Now I would cry. I think I would be sad because I was like, maybe I can't afford to like, I don't know. I thought I couldn't afford to get married. I had no girlfriend or no, but I was like, I couldn't get. I have no future. I have nothing, dude. I have nothing. Louis C.K. said that all I have left is my birthday.
Oh, that's a good line.
When he got canceled, he goes, all I have left is my birthday.
That's
everything else is they will not stop until they take everything. All I have is my birthday.
And so one of the most common calls I get, one of the most common, like, hey, Delony, we need you to come over to our house.
I didn't have my phone, but I would have.
No, I'm just like,
they didn't let me have my phone, but yeah.
But the number of people who
yeah.
get to the place.
Yeah.
I found out my husband cheated on me. I found out my kids got X, Y, or Z. I just lost my job. AI is about to take my job. Whatever. It's that sense that you play the future out all the way, and it's all over. And then I tune in to watch, and I know that's delayed, and I'm sitting there cheering in my like house by myself, like cheering. And then you walk out of the Tonight Show 6 years later.
Yeah.
Which is the pinnacle. I mean, it's the pinnacle. If you grew up on like Card Center, that's it. That's it. It is what it is. Walk me to that moment.
I mean, so I was sitting in. So you the only way forward, I think, I had to get to a place is like because I had a book deal. I was going to be on the Late Show with James Corden, and
back in the day,
and a Netflix special that were all about to come out. All gone. The only way forward, and I tell other people this is all. I think you've actually said this on your like, it's over. Like your former,
life is over.
It's over. It's over. You can't be like reaching back out to the publisher. Hey, are we still?
It's over.
It's over. It's over. It's all over. And I'm actually having lunch with a guy tomorrow that very similar situation.
Over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Hey, what about the tour? It's over. And if you can get there, then you can start to. I don't know, I wouldn't even say rebuild. You build.
Start over. Not re, but start.
But I knew I could still tell jokes.
Sure.
And so then I was like, well, I'll start. I didn't even know if I could ever do comedy again. I think I was just catastrophizing things in my mind. Obviously,
but I mean, it's real though.
Yeah, dude. It's not. Yeah,
it's like a Netflix deal and a book deal. Like all these things that everyone's sitting at home saying that'd be so cool if you had that, and then it's gone.
Yeah, and now I'm sitting in my. The Tonight Show has been such a.
That's got to be equally out of body.
No, dude, more out of body. I've gotten all those things back. X
times 1,000.
Yeah. But I go like, I was sitting in my. To do the Tonight Show, first of all, to get on their radar is you have to walk not 15 years, but a long time. They go, oh, we know who you are. Okay, we're going to send a video. We're going to send a 5 minutes. We don't like it. Change this video. We said, all right, well, they responded. Okay, we'll change this part, move this around, switch the opener to this. Actually, they don't like those when you're talking about your family too much. Maybe switch it to this, and then you go, oh, they're back and forth. I'm talking about years, dude, years. And then you going back and I'm going down to Zany's every Monday night when I'm off tour. I do a tour all weekend, and then Monday night I'm going down to Zany's to try to perfect this
That's right.
5 minutes. And the last time, Tristan, the guy that films down there, and we were going back and forth and mixing jokes, and I go, man, I'm so tired, and I'm doing 5-6 hours on the weekend. I can't afford to spend my Monday nights coming down here. I got to be off. I got to be, and I go, and we've been so many times, dude. And I go, I told this to my girlfriend, now fiance. I go, if this one doesn't, if they don't like this one, I think I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done trying to pursue
that.
I'm just gonna say, hey, it's not for me.
Yep.
I'm gonna go in a different direction. I'm sitting at my kitchen. I mean, there's like 5 moments in my comedy career that I'll never forget. That I was sitting at my counter, and I got an email from my manager, and he's like, they've confirmed June 16th for the Tonight Show, and you're like, I mean, I was bawling, dude. Bawling, dude. I was just sitting there like, and I think I don't think this. If I would have gotten that, it wouldn't have meant as much.
Yeah.
Or wouldn't. I was just. I like. Well, it's weird because I texted you about it, but I wrote a story in my book about. I think I told it in here. I don't remember when I got on TV for the first time. I got on TV for the first time. I was on live at Gotham on like Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Like
I remember those.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'll never forget this. I called my parents to like tell them, and they go, "We don't have that channel."
Yeah.
And it was just. I've told that story before. It was just
I've never
so
heard that.
devastating.
Yeah.
I was like, they're gonna rent a projector, put it up in the backyard, invite the whole neighborhood, have a huge. I just had in my mind that was going to be what they did, and they go, "We don't have that channel," and it was devastating. I've told that story before, but I think now, I told you. Yeah. I told my parents, called my parents, they were bawling, called everybody that's important to me, and I go, if you didn't respond to that, that's fine. I would. I hope
because it's for you.
I didn't do it for any. It wasn't for. It wasn't for attention on the internet. Everybody's like, "What? How much did it pay? How many followers did you get from it? Is Jimmy your best friend? Right. Are you going on to SNL or like all these?" It was like, I feel like God gave me this talent. I worked really hard on this 5 minutes. It was unbelievable. And it exists forever, and a lot of people were entertained by it, and I was proud, just as somebody that was a basketball player or a welder, or like look at this new construction. Look, we welded this whole thing. Look at that. Yeah. How much did you get paid? Well, did the welders of the year that it? You know what I'm saying?
Like me and my guys built a building to be here for 100 years.
We did that.
Yeah.
I learned how to do that. Look at that.
Yeah.
I did that. And every time I drive by it, I'll be like, I did that.
That's right.
Every time I see Jimmy Fallon or The Tonight Show, I go,
I done that.
Yeah.
Man, how do you get there? I want to get there. I
Get there. Well, I think, I told one of my buddies, he works at a church, and his wife is like terrified of him like losing his job. What if we lose the job? What are the kids going to do? What if I'm sure you get calls like that all the time. And I secretly whisper to myself sometimes, I go, I wish you would lose it.
Yeah.
Because then it's all going to come undone. You're going to go work at Home Depot or whatever you guys say in here. What's the typical job that they say in here? What does Dave tell people? You're going to go deliver pizzas.
Right, deliver pizzas.
Yeah, whatever. I don't think they do that anymore.
Robots do that now or whatever. So like,
somebody go tell them. Exactly. Hey, we don't know who delivers pizzas anymore. You're going to go deliver pizzas. It's all going to come undone. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're going to have to move back in with your parents. And then what's going to happen is you're going to find a new job, and then you're never going to be scared of that again.
Everybody hears about supplements. Supplements at the grocery store, supplements on the internet. We all hear about how important supplements are. And most of what you see on the shelves at your local store is garbage. Most of the stuff you swipe up to look at on Instagram, garbage. It's a lot of fancy labels with cool names and zero substance. I'm not playing that game, and I've never played that game, and neither is Thorne. I've been taking Thorne supplements for more than a decade. They're pure, they're clean, and I trust Thorne supplements enough to give them to my family. Yes, that includes my kids. Whether you're a serious athlete, a mom on the go, or a dad trying to show up for his family after a long, long day of work, you deserve the best, and that is Thorne. 35% of Thorne's employees work in quality control. They reject 15% of their raw materials because good enough is not good enough for Thorne. It's why professional athletes, Olympic teams, and 60,000 plus doctors trust Thorne, and that's why I trust them too. Stop guessing and crossing your fingers about what's going into your body. Take what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Go to thorne.com/U/Delony to get 25% off your entire order when you create an account. That's THORNE, thorn.com/Delony to get the supplements that your body was meant to have. All right. Thanks for joining me and my friend John Crist to talk about redemption, talk about marriage, and talk about how to keep a sense of humor in a world gone insane. And I just want to throw this out there. John sells out theaters all over the country. If he's coming to your town, you got to put it on the calendar and go see him. You will laugh, 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 and it's good for the soul. But here's the thing that that morning we recorded the show. We cut the show. That night was my very first sold-out night performing on the main stage here at Zany's in Nashville, Tennessee. I spend a lot of time at Zany's. I love being around comics. I like being in the green room with those guys as they're practicing, making their jokes better, telling the truth, razzing each other. A lot of people learning how to get really good at their craft. And I just love being around people who are trying to get better at the thing that they do. But John did me a huge favor. And he is a headliner all over the country, but he showed up as a surprise opener for my show. And he laid the groundwork. He just crushed. I'm recording this intro after he's gone. He crushed. And when you have a comedian that will go up first and just level the crowd with humor, then it really helps out the person who follows up. And so big personal shout out to John for coming up unannounced. He sells out places all over the country, and he's like, yeah, I'll roll up for this YouTuber guy and help him out. And man, for those in the audience, it made for a magic night. So big shout out to my friend. Go see him when he comes to your town. Love you guys, and I'll see you soon.